Bitcoin and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill.
This is a technology, it's a computing language, and I can build an app on it.
Is Bitcoin the currency of the future?
Crypto gang, it's the game, big gang, alt gang, light gang, cash game, blockchain, whoa. I don't really ever buy stocks, man. No. Haters wanna say I'm in a bubble, man. No. Chew them up like bubble gum. No. Just made a meal with my pocket change. No. Wreck about to go and join the HODL gang. HODL gang, HODL gang, HODL gang. Crypto gang, it's the game, big gang, alt gang, light gang, cash game, blockchain, whoa. I don't really ever buy stocks, man. No. Haters wanna say I'm in a bubble, man. No. Chew them up like bubble gum. No. Just made a meal with my pocket change. No. Wreck about to go and join the HODL gang. HODL gang, HODL gang, HODL gang. Ethereum pays for my rent. Bitcoin pays for the vent. Litecoin pays for the jet. Bitcoin cash for the rest. Spent 30 racks on an ICO. What coin did you buy? I forgot, yo. Just got started last night, bro. And I'm already hooked like a pipe stove. Flipping the coin, making it grow, taking it slow, letting it go. Cash flow's growing, it's incredible to watch it flow. Stacking the cash, taking it home, making it fast. I'm on a roll. Little bit mo's all I ask for the bubble though. Currently, learning about a new type of currency. Burning the dollar down like an emergency. Urgently, listen, my friends have been urging me. Coins have been surging, we're earning like surgency. We on a mission, man. Crypto maniac. Act like you don't really know about it. Stop that. Bitcoin blowing up like a bomb. Step back. Used to be a couple $100. Should've copped that. Blew up on a scene from the mind of a brainiac. Back in 2009, where the miners at? Silk Road, baby, it's gotta be anonymous. Satoshi blew up, now we on the map.
What is good, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and we back at it again for another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. And we do have updates, but before we get to that, shout out to the Bag Chasers. You will be getting this Sunday, September 3rd. We got to look at the calendar every time. I never know what day it is. Everyone else, general population, looking at the calendar, you will be getting this September 6th on Hump Day. So happy Hump Day to you guys. If you would like to get this earlier, you should join the Bag Chasers. That is a Patreon group. It is not my Patreon group. It is Anton of AntonDaniels.com's Patreon group, of which I am a member. You can find me in multiple rooms in there. Usually I float around the cryptocurrency channel in the Discord, obviously. But with that said, we do have some updating and updates. First and foremost, the market is terrible right now. We are taking hits across the board everywhere. Fortunately, it seems that at least the way that I have my stock portfolio set up, it is not taking the same hit that the crypto portfolio is. So they're moving counter, which is good. You like to have that balance there to where not everything is falling from the sky. And it seems that when my portfolio is trending sideways down, my crypto portfolio is pumping, which is good. And then vice versa. Like crypto took a hit this week. This week we're going into Shakeout September. We are officially in Shakeout September. So I already know what's going to happen. This is when you buy. Everything's about to be on sale. And that's what we're doing. This week we bought some more Bitcoin because the price was too good to pass up. Went ahead and threw that into the wallet. Didn't convert it over. Didn't buy any of my altcoins because I'm still up on those positions at the time of the buy. Now there's some altcoins that I'm looking at maybe catching in the next couple of weeks if the prices trend a little bit lower, because stuff's starting to get in the range to where it's like I might want to buy. But also we're going into the last quarter of the year, which means that we're getting ready to spend this portfolio down. And so like I have to really gauge whether these are going to actually do anything before the year's over. So like we're also looking at that because like we're going to be potentially catching the end of the year pump going into the new year, which could be something. You get a little quick something or other. But as far as adding new positions, I am not looking at doing that. Might be adding to some of the bags that I've already got, but we shall see. Now to the updates. Well, first of all, it's the beginning of the month, which means we got to give a shout out to everybody who joined the Wolfpack, joined in the tribe from last month. Now, this is the update as of today, right? I pulled it up today. So we're going to give a shout out to Tamia Lester. Welcome to the tribe. Not Loss, always on my neck in the live chats on whenever I'm on panels. welcome to the tribe. Appreciate you. Mayo Monkey back in the tribe, but still, for some odd reason, he was unsubscribed. Now he is back. We are appreciative of Mayo Monkey. John Gotti, welcome to the Wolfpack. And Daniel Kimball, welcome to the Wolfpack. Obviously, we're going to have some people that are going to be floating around because I've started releasing some shorts, some clips. The shorts thus far have been things that are more other side, like training, fitness stuff, breakdancing, obviously, because I do that as well. Pretty decent at it. So those of you who made it over for those things, there will be some longer form of those things coming. But generally speaking, the content is focused on improvement. And so we're covering all the bases over here, as this is just a me channel where I get to do what I want. Okay, so now that we've got that knocked out, thank you for everybody who's joined the Wolfpack. We're rocking with you. We like it. We're going to get to the fun stuff. So let's go ahead and get these screens up here. So you already know what it is. We are going to first and foremost get in with these top gainers and losers. Let's see what we've got for today. We're going to start off with the gainers. So woo boy, oh, that's a gainer right there. As far as the top gainers, number 1 at rank 619, we have Furu Combo with the symbol of combo, COMBO, and they have had a gain of 1,818% in the last 24 hours. That is awesome. And number 2, we have Numeraire and MR at rank 205 with a gain of 76% in the last 24 hours. Number 3, we have Roacor at rank 951 ROA with a gain of 82.6% in the last 24 hours. Oh my God. At number 4, we have hold on, let me blow this up a little bit for you. At number 4, we have at rank 537 Harry Potter Obama Pac-Man 8 Inu with a symbol of XRP. This is a scam coin, folks, but they've had a pump of 45% in the last 24 hours. Guaranteed. This is a whole scam going on right here. Hopefully those of you who got your 45% are getting out. This isn't going to end well. And then last but not least, at number 5, we have at rank number 209 Blocks CDT, and they've had a gain of 38% in the last 24 hours. Now, on to the biggest losers in the last 24 hours, which the losing side of this does not look that bad. Honestly, this is some average gains and losses in crypto. This is normal moves. Still, nobody likes to be in the red, as we're about to see. At number 1, at rank 254, we have CyberConnect, CYBER, and they have had a loss of 28.9% in the last 24 hours. At rank number 446, we have Alex Lab, ALEX, with a loss of 17.6% in the last 24 hours. Number 3, we have at rank 777, Mog Coin, MOG, with a loss of 16.8% in the last 24 hours. At number 4, we have Mev Free, MEV FREE, at a rank of 800 with a loss of 14.2% in the last 24 hours. And last but not least, we have Bifrost, BFC, at rank 329, and they have had a loss of 17.5% in the last 24 hours. Oh yeah, blew that up. Okay, cool. Actually, hold on, we gotta scale this back out. Okay. Now, moving on, we've got the portfolio. Now, as we can see, we're still up, not happily up anymore. We're up at 24.6%. Obviously, the market took a hit this week going into Shakeout September. It's probably going to take hits. I'm expecting, the way that I look at September's in the crypto space is I look at drop for the whole month. Like I'm not expecting much at all. We're looking at the whole month. We're looking at a drop for the whole month. Yeah, there's just nothing in here that's making me happy about this right now. So, I mean, we're still up, so we can't complain too much. But like September is a very somber month. All I do is buy. In September, I look at buying. There's not too many moves in September to be made besides buying. Can't complain. It's red across the board, but we're up, so like I can't complain. I just don't like it when I'm outside of what I think I can do. But September, you can't control the months. You can't control the market. You can only control the movements within the market. In September, we just plan on making as many buys as possible to get ready for the end of the year / filling our bags for the bull run during a bull run, pre-bull run year, which we find ourselves in. So let's go ahead and get through the top 10. We have number 1, Ethereum, ETH. Number 2, Synthetics Network, SNX. Number 3, we have USDC coin, USDC, or USD coin. Number 4, we have Staked Yearn Curve. Number 5, we have Nasdaq's NSDX. Number 6, we have Arbitrum ARB. Number 7 now, we have the original orange pill, Bitcoin BTC. Number 8, we have Wrapped Bitcoin, WBTC. Number 9, we have Thor Wallet DEX, TGT. And number 10, we have Cosmos Hub, Atom. As you can see, it's pretty much right across the market. Thor Wallet DEX has been the mystery sleeper here. We got into a very, very decent position on that, hoping it does some good stuff. We're supporting the ecosystem. We're part of the ecosystem. We're doing this to get lower transaction fees. It's just what you do, par for the course. But I think as they roll out these KYC notifications, you're going to see a lot more utilization of Thor Wallet Chain and Thor Wallet DEX as people are going to be forced into DeFi or into giving up all their personal information so that they can be tracked on every single thing that they do, which isn't fun. So we obviously rolling into the first of the month, we did the end of the month financials, which will be over on Future Financial Strategies, which will be released on Thursday. Reminder for everybody who taps in for Guns and Butter. Guns and Butter will be on Wednesday this week. Actually, I might drop both Wednesday, considering the situation that we find ourselves in. If I get Future Financial Strategies recorded Monday, then I'm gonna release both shows Wednesday, and we're just gonna have you guys are gonna have old reckless Ray Dinero all up in your grill on Wednesday, because I will be out of town. I'll be on a plane during the time that we normally record Guns and Butter, but we do not miss, so we will just move the day for that week and keep it pushing. But Thor Wallet DEX has been doing well. I see a lot of value and utility. There's a lot of use case for that chain. There's a lot of use case for the backend infrastructure as far as cross-chain trading, specifically from Bitcoin network into other chains. And yeah, so hopefully that keeps on that trend, because it should, as people are wising up and trying to figure out how to get as far into DeFi as possible. That's what it's going to be. Now we are going to transition over into the news. We've got some great news, even though we have a down market, and this is going to be great news, down market all month, I believe, because there's a lot of good stuff going on, a lot of interesting things happening in this space. So the first one that we're going to share is from Forbes. So we like to have good reference points for you, because everybody's like, "Oh, crypto's weird. I don't believe it. These sites, fake news." Well, Forbes been around for forever. They tend to not release fake news, at least as far as the financial things are concerned. Grayscale Investments got a huge victory over the SEC as the Federal Appeals Court ruled in favor of Grayscale and against the SEC to have in regards to their denial of their spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, I keep reminding people that once we get that spot Bitcoin ETF, it is a wrap, folks. Like, it's going to be some interesting times. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to become instantly wealthy. Probably not instantly, but like relatively fastly wealthy. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be barred out of the market. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be sitting there talking about, in hindsight, oh, I could have got into Bitcoin. And they're going to be the same people who said that Bitcoin was a scam, that you couldn't make money in Bitcoin. And, you know, like I say, the future's coming whether you like it or not. It doesn't, at this point, it's like you can say whatever you want, but it doesn't change the fact of what's happening. You can feel however you want. It doesn't change the fact of what's happening. Like, to not have Bitcoin in your portfolio at this point is borderline insane to me. I'm not saying that you have to be 100% into all crypto, but I mean, in regards to Bitcoin and Ethereum, those are no-brainers for people, even people who are skeptical of the market. I always tell people, like, I secured my retirement when I got my first whole Bitcoin. That's what that's sitting. That's what that's waiting for. And we're accumulating over and on top of that. But, you know, we secured that bag, in my opinion. Everything else is gravy for me at this point, and to keep me from having to ever touch that Bitcoin that I accumulated. Yeah. The other thing, I forgot in regards to the portfolio. The other thing was, and part of the reason I'm looking at a lot of this stuff the way that I am at this point, I am still bullish. Like, we're going into Shakeout September, but I am still bullish. The income for the month broke the stretch goal. So we're still in that realm, even though the market's bad. Like, stuff's paying out. So for me, I'm getting ready. Like, we're looking at all these low prices. We're just going to be buying. We're going to be buying and buying and buying and buying all September. That's what we're planning on doing, unless the narrative changes. Taking notes. Boom. But yeah. The SEC ruling in favor of this puts this on the steamroll train to get us as close to getting that spot Bitcoin ETF, because that's when the money's going to flood in. Because a spot Bitcoin ETF, you have to hold the physical asset, which means that if they get $1 billion flooded into their fund, they've got to get Bitcoin. And at this point, there's only so much Bitcoin that's acquirable, which is something else to think about, which is going to drive the price up, because if they have to hold Bitcoin and there has to be Bitcoin in existence, and we have Bitcoin and we're not giving up our Bitcoin, and that's going to make a crunch. It's going to bottleneck Bitcoin. I think once the spot ETF goes, the cryptocurrency market's going to explode, because it's just going to, there's only so much Bitcoin that's acquirable. And if these funds have to hold it, then that makes there's less for you now. Like, it might be to the point to where people coming into the market, their only way to get access to Bitcoin is to go through these funds. That's something to think about. But, like, what about those of us who already have it? I mean, that price is going to get ratcheted up real quick, people. It's going to be interesting. I mean, it's basic supply and demand. Now, follow up to this story is another good one that's along these lines. So, a former U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC chair, Jay Clayton, has weighed in on his opinions on the ongoing applications for Bitcoin spot exchange traded funds and ETFs by various asset managers, including BlackRock, WisdomTree, and ARK Investments. Despite the SEC's cautious approach and the applications facing repeated delay, Clayton is confident the approval of a Bitcoin ETF is inevitable. That's from somebody who did the job, people. Like, that's great. I like it. That's more good news. I mean, if you've already bought your tickets to the party, you're in a good spot. If you haven't, it's not too late. We are still early, but as these funds have to hold Bitcoin, and then they're also talking about following this up with an ETF for Ethereum, And Ethereum has gone deflationary with how much of it's getting burned with the transaction. The only option that you have is to get in or wait to get in through the ETF, but then you're getting taxed by a third party, and they've cornered the market again, and you're going to be barred out of it to the extent of those of us who are already here. But as these funds have to buy up tokens, there's only so many. Again, supply and demand. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So on to the next story, another interesting one, and this is Finbold. BlackRock is a major shareholder in 4 of the 5 largest Bitcoin miners. Go figure, people. Go figure. Interesting how all these people who told you not to get into Bitcoin, who told you crypto was a scam, are also involved in Bitcoin at a very high level. And now that BlackRock is looking to get into mining as well as getting their Bitcoin ETF set up, it's two go hand in hand. I mean, it makes sense for an entity that large, because if they're going to provide an ETF and they're going to have to hold Bitcoin, and they know that there could be constraints on getting Bitcoin, if you just get the Bitcoins as they're minted from the miners, then you have more flow than the other ETFs. The BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, if they get it approved, is going to be a major player, because they're going to have less of an issue with acquiring the physical Bitcoin that they're going to need to hold. So that's pretty interesting play. Also great for the market. Obviously, like, yeah, these people aren't just getting into Bitcoin a little bit. They're going neck deep. And so with that said, that's going to close out the news. And I just like to point out that, like, the market is terrible and there's all this good news. Like, it makes no sense other than, people are making it so that people who can't see the writing on the wall are scared to get in the market or remove themselves from the market. Again, Shakeout September is here. We're pre-bull run, people. It's about to be a really interesting year and a half, 2 years. And if all these things land during the bull run, this could be the bull run. Like, the one. This could be the one. I mean, we've already had a couple of the ones, but this could be the one. If this hits, we get a spot Bitcoin ETF, we start getting all these players into the market, and that floodgate finally fully opens, that's going to be life-changing for some people. It'll be definitely life-changing for me, more so than what being in this market has already been. Okay, now we're going to move on to the alpha part. Obviously, we've got the 3 staples here. We've got the ATOM, which is now in a range where I might have to accumulate a little bit more to see if it does something before the end of the year, because it is down. The APR rate on this is ranging between, I'd say, 17 to 18%. I definitely, if you're going to get into staking, if at all possible, stake yourself. Like, if it's not like a DeFi staking deal, or you're not doing direct staking, you're getting fees for them to stake for you, doing something that you can do yourself. And I'm not a fan of that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And this one's an easy one. You just send it to the Kelper wallet, pick your validator, go stake. It's not hard at all. Also, you get the full bandwidth of staking. You get the full amount, because you can't stake anywhere else higher unless you're doing LP, liquidity token staking. Then you can get higher APs. But, like, if you're staking on, like, a Coinbase or a KuCoin or Kraken or whatever centralized entity, you're not getting the full staking amount, because they're taking a little bit of it. Now, next one that we're going to do is going to be NASDAQs. Obviously, we're getting ready to do another buy because it fell out of the metric that it needed to be. But you're still getting about 60% over here, which is nice. I mean, honestly, this is going to be nice for a while. And like, as it's like tapering down a little bit, I'm fine with it because this is my real world asset play. Also one of my moonshot plays because of how low it is on the list. And if the narrative picks up for tokenizing real world assets, then I feel like this is going to be a good play at that. And yeah, I think that there's going to be a lot of income opportunity, and the fact that you can get paid while you're waiting to help support the platform, more power to them. I'm all for it. So shout out to NASDAQs. And then the last one that we've got for you is obviously Thorchain, Thor Wallet. You can do in-wallet staking. They have these savers lockers where you can lock your tokens up with them. You can stake over there. And, you know, Bitcoin's getting 2.38%. The Ethereum is getting 5%, which is nice. Nice little chunk there. And if you're into Binance Chain, they're getting 9.23%. Now, obviously, these are low. This is actually lower than what you would get saving cash at the bank, but you also have the exponential upside of Bitcoin. And then all of these have an exponential upside. So like this is something that I look at for like a long-term play. Now I keep my nest egg, my nuggets of these tokens on cold storage. They do nothing in there. They just sit. But I also have an active amount that I keep in the market because we want, outside of that, like retirement, like all hands on deck, it's a firestorm outside amount that we keep on cold storage that's away from everything, that never touches the internet, that's well hidden unless needed to be used. Everything else I like to have working. So if I'm going to hold a large amount of anything, I want it working. So these are good places where if you're doing long-term year plus trades and you're just sitting there while you're sitting and waiting, you can be accumulating additional funds on top of that by putting your tokens to work, just like you should be putting your money to work. The difference here is these APRs, even though they're low, well, these two, this one's decent. Even though they're lower, you also have the upside of like these are going up in value year over year as well. So there's that too. So you have the tokens going up in value. You're also getting a little kicker on the back end. Like that's not bad at all. Also, Thorchain interchain trading, which is freaking awesome. Can't say enough good stuff about it. But we're gonna leave it there. We got a little bit of alpha for you guys packed in. We got some updates. We've got obviously the portfolio update. Every month's not going to be a green month. Some months are gonna take more hits than others. After doing my finances for the month of August, like, you know, the net worth took a hit because I am admittedly way overexposed into crypto, and crypto did not have a good month last month. Like towards the end of last month when we took all those dumps, like your net worth takes a hit on that. Am I worried about it? No. Am I liquidating? No. Like, are we going to do it again this month? Most likely. I mean, I start looking back at like the years prior, because I've been doing this for multiple years now, as far as tracking my income every month and my net worth. And around this time, we take some hits going into next year. And like pre-bull run, I don't worry about it because I'm gonna make all this back and more during the bull run. Like, not even a question. And we're gonna keep it pushing. We're just gonna keep buying. This is when you buy. Like, this is a preferential time to buy. Like, in all honesty, I might do some experiments where I go back through and see which were the worst months of the year and just save up for those months to see if the cycle repeats. That could be an interesting game to play as well. But anyways, it's ya boy, Reckless Ray Dinero. And until next week, we are up out of here, guys. You have a good one. Peace.
Cryptocurrency, currency. She love cryptocurrency. Me have a hot sexy girl. Whoa. Yeah. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She wanna go down. cash, she want the crypto. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip top. She wanna come up and she dips up. She love dancehall and calypso. She no wanna cash, she want the crypto. Decentralized like a blockchain. Anyway you see me, girl, you know it now go stop wait. Pull up in the Beamer or the Benz, or the Bentley. Cryptocurrency, that's what we spending. We not in a lending. No for them a snake, yo. We not in a friending. Bad man fussy them. Once see we ending. Grinding out with Facebook. Call that pretending. Now left me 9 milli. Girl, so we trending. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She wanna go down and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no wanna cash, she wanna crypto. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She wanna come up and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no wanna cash, she wanna crypto. She love cryptocurrency, currency, cryptocurrency, currency, cryptocurrency, currency. She love cryptocurrency. MetaMask wallet. Cryptocurrency, currency, cryptocurrency, currency, cryptocurrency, currency. Coinbase wallet. Stack it up. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She wanna go down and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no wanna cash, she wanna crypto. Me have a hot sexy girl, just a tip jar. She wanna come up and she dips her. She love dancehall and calypso. She no wanna cash, she wanna crypto. She love how me DeFi. And so me make she feel high.